Hello in this video. This video is addressed to my twin flame, Shia. Hi, Shia. For those who's watching, I thank you for watching. Anything I say in this video may or may not be true, cannot be used against me. If you do, you'll be soon sent to jail for trying to legally frame me. So, Shia, I'm not going to make this video too long because we're both very tired and need a little rest, and these videos can become stressful. Specifically, I'm having a hard time with my brain being able to think of things and talk because of the poison, refrigerant, and AC HVAC unit leak. My mom has a carbon monoxide poison / fire detector. However, it doesn't have batteries. So I found batteries from my computer mouse and from my little shaver, my bathroom shaver that I have. And however, one of the batteries is low, so I had to take it out. I tested it, and then it just kept beeping like every 30 seconds to 1 minute saying low battery. So I'm going to have to get batteries because none of her carbon monoxide fire detectors are working right now. And I flipped out. I did end up having a okay day. However, all of a sudden this heater, my body started stinging, burning, and I got very afraid that this RNNAI Renee heater this stopped. So this RNNAI heater seems to look dated, and I have heard hissing sounds from it in the past. However, and I told you it hasn't been really working well. Like, it doesn't really heat up the way it should say. However, she says there's nothing. Okay, so this cut off in the beginning. I went to move it to show the heater, but I think it might say the date on it. Now this is the model number on it. My head rests right next to it. And I'm not going to keep this space heater on all night, because last night I did and I got too hot. Surprisingly, it actually heats up the room very, very well. Even I'm having it on the lowest setting. Okay, I didn't take a great picture of this. So this is the model number. I don't see how it could be that unclear. This is even worse on this camera. This is a very clear photo. It's model RHFE 20-263FA, and then II-P Renee. So it looks anyways, there's also something funny looking connected to it. Obviously I'm paranoid. My mom screamed at me over it. if you had a full body chemical burn and frostbite all over your body, you would definitely have paranoia about future leaks, especially when I can't trust people. But this is what it looks like on the ground. This thing. And I don't know what this is, but it seems to be something coming out of it. I could be wrong. I could be paranoid. There's absolutely nothing I can do in regards to any of that. And I'm going to get batteries, but there's been snow on the ground, so I couldn't go out to get the batteries tonight. And I had to take out the batteries that are low because it keeps beeping, and the tester was going off, and my mom was screaming. The dog's ears are hurting from it. I have to not go on these videos and talk about my day all day long because you're going to be very upset, stressed, shy, and it's very, very uncomfortable for me to explain everything that goes on in my day and how I'm treated. Let's just say I'm not... me and my mom get along, but then somehow I think there's cheerleaders that have to remind her who I am to this planet and to their species, their kind. But I definitely got screamed at. My kidneys got hooked onto the screaming and was kind of like frying my kidneys and leaking out all of my adrenochrome, and I was feeling extreme anxiety and panic for a good 2 hours. It's still kind of going. They're still leashed onto my kidneys from that screaming. So, I'm very happy to see the default photo of your parents. Definitely reminds me of your mother's face too, because she always makes those sad faces, which I never really noticed until this past year. She makes those sad faces in those public news photos because she was very upset. I think she was very upset about what happened to your DNA, both your parents. I really think it was completely your parents' fault. I think there was AI possession involved. But your dad's not going to die because he stopped smoking cigarettes, and because it really would not be fair. Both your parents died before I met you. It really wouldn't be fair. So, he seems like a very good person. You can tell he's very upset, and obviously there could be some bad messages mixed with good messages so that nobody gets hurt. However, I'm not going to read into it. But he looks upset, and honestly, based on how my parents are acting, I think that it's possible your parents are a little bit more above it because they're witnessing it happening. I think they're a little bit more above it. I'm not sure. However, when I get screamed at like that, and it's like a rabid animal that just is not supposed to be doing that. It sounds like a rabid animal that's violently screaming and like just killing my body. It's pure murder. It's not just screaming. It sounds very powerful because it's a very violent sound. However, there's artificial intelligence connected to it that's making it powerful, because it's physically killing my body. Because if you just steal someone's adrenochrome once, that's murder. And it's happened to me hundreds of thousands of times through that type of voice and fight over the fact that I wanted batteries for the carbon monoxide, and I was trying to figure out if there was a leak. So I was trying to spray soap on it and asked for a spray bottle, and she flipped out. She flipped out over it. So honestly, if I keep all of these notes and things that happen to me to myself, there's not going to be progress, because it will give validation for people to continue doing crime to me and making me get quiet. But there's a very defensive screaming that occurs after I basically just am paranoid and worried about my survival. I don't want to get poisoned. There's a heater right next to my head that's not that has hissed in the past. I don't think she's getting carbon monoxide poison. I put the batteries in, I tested it, and then it did go off after I tested it, but then it stopped. Then just said low battery and started beeping every 30 seconds. So that doesn't, but I kind of had to stop testing it because she was screaming at me saying the dog doesn't like it, it's hurting the dog's ears. She's also complaining about the space heater, saying when I had the door open, she's saying, that's so loud, that fan. Do you have it on the highest setting? No, it's on the lowest setting. So that was also another threat. The space heater is too loud. She also told me after I was not trusting about getting carbon monoxide or freon leak poison again, based on what happened with the oven earlier. You're gonna go live with your dads. She said this was, I don't think I've lived here not even 72 hours, and she's telling me I have to leave and go live with my dad. So we were pretty much okay all day. We worked together as a team. We went and got gravel. We went and got groceries. We juiced. We made a juice. We made the dinner. She did her part. I did my part. I do the dishes. I wash. She dries. We are like a team all day. But then she just has these moments where she just can't help herself. And I just sort of want to get through the day and do my routine and pitch in around this house, and also just try to get better. But she couldn't find one AA battery in the whole house. She's only had double D. I kept hearing over and over and over that the criminals were telling her, don't tell her, don't give her one, don't give her battery. Don't give her battery, it's going to be a placebo, she's going to die. Luckily I found a battery in my mouse and a battery in my shaver that I have. But I don't think I'm not sure if I don't think that anything's going on with the heater. I do have a funny feeling in my body, like a burning feeling, and I found out my hands. See how they're just not looking the way they're supposed to? They kind of look damaged and disfigured. This is frostbite. So I have frostbite on my hands. My left foot is acting funny. My left foot's been acting funny for a while now. I finally asked to borrow my mom's winter socks because those crew socks are doing absolutely nothing. But my left foot, it feels a little bit more lifeless and paralyzed than my right foot. This has been going on for a while with the stroke paralysis, but this past month it feels like it's just been getting worse. So Shia, I know I'm complaining. I'm just very, very worried. I'm scared for my life. I'm scared for my health, and I want you to know everything that's going on, Shia. So my brother's not really participating in all the meals. He's really, really, both of them are really pale looking and kind of acting sick. And my brother was able to make his own dinner tonight. He wanted something else, which is fine. People are very picky and they can eat what they want. However, the last time we were doing a lot of all eating together, but I don't think it's going to be like that this time. But my brother's definitely not eating enough, and my mom was looking sick too, and it's becoming more noticeable that my mom is sicker than I think she is. And then but there's a paleness and a yellowness. There's like a yellowness that's all over my body, but it's in patches. That could actually be frostbite and damaged tissue. I was repeatedly mind controlled to think it was a frostbite. However, I blasted the heat on the feet the whole time because my feet would not stop being cold the whole ride. And I'm going to talk more about your situation in a second. But I was told this while my mom was in the grocery store getting fruits and vegetables for the juicing and the salads, that I have frostbite on my hand. I have frostbite on my hands that could take over 6 months to years to recover from. Damaged tissue, so I'm doing a ton of the Dolphin Alchemy skin subliminals. I listened to the Cure and Rocky today. I listened to Spiritual Zen. I'm definitely gonna have to go out and do shoveling. I walked in the yard. She has a yard, but then she also has a little yard with more of the woods, and there's a flat area that I walk back and forth, which is good because it was kind of too icy to go around the lake, and it can get stressful having to run into people on the lake all the time. But my mom did give me these grippers. She lets me borrow her snow boots. She's got more than one snow boot pair. These grippers that go on the boots so I don't slip. But they do get wet. The water goes through and then my socks get wet. So I'd like to get a pair of my own next month. Go to TJ Maxx, find a $30 pair. So with this heater, it is warming up the place, but when I have all my blankets and the sleeping bag over me, I'll wake up sweating, so I don't need to keep this on. I'll use the heater that's already in here. In regard to your parents' photo, Shia, there's all kinds of little messages, and I can't explain every single one, Shia. However, it's your body, it's God's body, Shia, your body. So, yeah, your DNA was raped over and over and over so many times, but not your body. And that your body is made of God. The other body is made of several different men's DNA. and those crumbs in his beard, yellow, color yellow. The rats that eat breadcrumbs, not right. My left ear would get the skin keep staying cold. I don't like that. He definitely looks upset. I'm happy about that because it's really not. It doesn't feel good. What's happened to you? This is a sign of support. That's not fair. What has happened to you, Shia? And my mother's just Jekyll and Hyde. She goes back and forth and flips. So I had some Raisin Bran cereal. I didn't get up until about 11. And then my mom thought of the idea of having using this diatomaceous earth to put in our drink, because I used to take that to try to kill parasites, but it ended up working. She showed it to me, and this is what she gives her dogs, and I remember buying this with her. It's like 5 to 8 years old. Look at all the dust on it. So it's obviously rancid. So I'm not going to agree to take that diatomaceous earth. Sometimes I think people think I'm so fucking stupid. I kind of captured some of the snow outside. It was snowing earlier, and there's a few inches on the ground. I gotta worry about going outside though and being warm enough and making sure my feet are warm enough, because getting frostbite from that chemical AC and refrigerator leak on top of that. So I got frostbite over my entire body, not just my hands. However, it's very noticeable on my hands. They look damaged. They don't look like my hands. So I'm doing some hand mudras. This is supposed to be for frostbite. I had a smoothie. I had leftovers with scrambled eggs. I'm trying to juice. I had tofu, Italian sausage chopped with onions and garlic, boiled cabbage, and I'll show you. Look at this cute photo of Mercy. So my mom finally broke down and got a big box of bones, milk bones, to give her, just like those dog cookies, because she gives the dog like all like raw meat, and like it's a very strict diet, but I like to be able to give the dog something once in a while. It's not always nice to just give her food scraps. This was all the juice that was made. Big bowl of fruit that I cut up and put it in the juicer. So we juiced. This is a photo. Yeah, you can tell my hands are just not like they used to look. They're ugly. That's frostbite. So I have to be very careful, and I can't really live in fear. My feet have a yellowish pale color. I'm hoping my feet don't have frostbite, but I took a photo of my feet. See, this one's getting more ingrown. So I have witchcraft on my fingers and on my nails. It looks My feet usually look like curve like that though. My toes kind of curve. So I'm hoping I didn't get frostbite on my feet. However, my left foot feels funny. It does look a little damaged though. See the way this skin, remember how I told you like it just feels kind of like leathery looking? That's doing that on my foot here. Nothing turned black. However, I have some serious work to do with. My feet look a little better here. My toenails don't really look that great, but oh well. So, this was the meal I made. Mashed potatoes, boiled cabbage, and tofurkey sausage. I made that for lunch. I took more pictures, but I really have to hurry up doing this. My skin, I have less muscle on my skin. And here's more pictures, the texture. I have a lot of lost muscle mass. I don't want to keep showing my... However, there's like kind of like lesions is appearing, like a little bit like raised skin. Like right here, there's like a circle. So I have to be careful because I'm just really worried. I know, Shia, you're extremely upset. Yeah, I'm really upset. I hope that you're okay, Shia. I'm really scared. So I'm not going to show any more photos right now, even though there's probably more photos to show you. So I'm going to drink a lot of water. I was so worried about the chemical poisoning, and I thought that my hands were getting blown up from having so much toxic chemicals in my body, and it was frostbite. So I didn't completely know it was frostbite until today. I was told telepathic spores. So it's possible though that you're going to come here, Shia, and I really want you to come here. There's going to be a problem with that apartment in San Diego, and there's just too many times I was living there and I'm thinking, why am I still here? Why am I still here? Something bad could happen, something worse could happen, something worse could happen, something bad could happen. I couldn't just leave there. I had AI possession, and I'm not completely safe anywhere I go. So to go back there after getting fried like this, my body having clearly some kind of brain damage has happened because you lose oxygen. I told you, remember, it smells like fresh paint in here. It wasn't just a little smell of fresh paint. And I had to kind of I did think it was because the fridge turned off, because I unplugged the fridge. Not completely. It wasn't completely the fridge. It was also the AC unit. Someone went in there to do that, I think, right before I got back. So when that is full of that chemical, it takes out all the oxygen out of the room. So Shia, when we live together, we're going to be very safe. We're going to have lots of detectors, things to test the air, test the water, everything. because almost just about every type of poison has happened to me, and I'm really scared about what's happening to you. I forgot where I was going with that, Shia. But I think it's possible you're going to come here, Shia. And then it's right next to a street, so where police can park, people drive by, there's houses, but not too close. And possibly you'll be the one to get help for some of my family members, our family members, Shia. So I saw the increase the followers, Shia. I know it's not all you doing the increase of the followers, but I know that you're happy and you're not happy. I've been feeling very poisoned. Driving that car was such misery, and I almost feel like I'm kind of still very sick. I just want to take a bath and take a shower and go to bed. It seems like a very challenging thing to get in that shower at such a late an hour, so I'm hoping I can make these videos a little bit earlier, because I don't like taking my shower at 11 and 12 at night. And like last time, they kept me up until the wee hours in the morning. The last time I was here, that was the coldest hours in this house, and now I have the space heater, but prior to that, it was pure misery. But I think there's an energy vortex around here, Shia, because Lake Eastman is like this like retreat lake house place. It's a bunch of houses around the lake, and there's all kinds of things here, and typically I can feel there's some kind of vortex energy in this area, because the surrounding Grantham, some of these towns, well, there's some nice towns, but I think it's possible there's some kind of vortex energy in this area. I always kind of noticed I always kind of noticed there was an energy here, but I was too mind controlled to believe that the East Coast doesn't have any vortexes. You do notice that I'm acting a little funny. I'm acting a little bit less connected to you in these videos, and I do not like it, Shia. I'm very, very upset. I do appreciate, though, that that photo that was changed on the default and all the messages, specifically the one about you getting raped, tortured, and your DNA raped. It's not your body, Shia. What worries me is, I told you there's a lack of education that I have about safety, but also with the AI possession and the brain entry, and the mental illness. It's very, very hard to things could be like, I could be doing things that are hurting me that I don't even realize. Like when I was taking those boiling hot baths and turning like lobster red for so many times in my life. And then in regards to the frostbite, it's almost like there's a synthetic AI that takes over and to try to trick me into like realizing that I'm not necessarily in danger. I just have to take the pain because we go through so much physical torture, Shia. And like I told you, I've gotten frostbite before. This is a different kind of frostbite. My hands are very swollen right now. That's swollen. My hands are not that fat, and there's a pain and pressure in my hands. It's not just in my hands though. So I'm gonna stop worrying, Shia, and realize that nothing turned black. There was a bruise on my butt that I thought could be dead flesh, but because there was a yellow surrounding it, which, however, I think that's possible. It does, when I pressed on it though, that it was sore, like a bruise. But that was very, very dangerous, sleeping in that sleeping bag that is definitely not made for winter weather. Trying to get those 2 nights, because I was like, I was so cold that like my eyes had to move slow, like they were slowly moving. I couldn't even like make my eyes go fast because my brain was like shutting down from the cold, from the frostbite. So there's a little bit of a feeling on like my toes that feel like that it's I wouldn't say stiff, but like there's a little bit of a different feeling going on in the left side of my foot. It's been doing that for a while though, prior to the frostbite, so I'm hoping it's just feeling a little bit different because of that. So I'm gonna stop talking, Shia. I have your binder open underneath here. You have been so tortured, Shia. I see your photos, and you've been so abused, and you've been purely tortured, Shia, like me. And I just feel like it's time now, Shia, and my mom has repeatedly said, I keep getting signs being told that Shia's gonna be with you. Shia's gonna be with you. So, or you're gonna be with Shia. You're gonna be with Shia. You're gonna be meeting Shia. So I think that's true. Also, the fact that the default photo changed, that hasn't changed for a very long time, so that's a sign of change. So I'm just going to keep and try to eat more than you do, a little bit extra calories, because protein, and my mom has 2 things of protein powder, so I'm going to have a smoothie every day, because protein can heal tissue. It builds tissue, and both of us have a problem with our tissue and our skin because of all the torture that we're going through. I know for a fact you are getting physically damaged like me, and I can't know anything that's happening, but based on what I saw with the reflection, you're being severely tortured, and we both are very near death, Shia, so you have to be careful. You have to be really careful, Shia. Just as long as you try to get enough rest, exercise, fresh air. But earlier I had trouble breathing, so there's something internally that's happening. And Shia, I'm not trying to scare you, I just want you to know what's going on, so that it'll make me feel better, Shia, when you know what's going on. So I'm going to talk to you tomorrow, Shia. And I don't want to get too carried away with doing all of the cooking, shoveling. There's always things to do and be busy doing. There's a lot of dishes. With all the cooking, there's a lot of dishes, so it is a lot of work. However, I think I have to do that in order to get better. So there's criminals right now just staring at my brain, trying to intimidate me, and I already had plans of stopping this video, Shia, and this is one of the programs that happens when I'm about to end something that I'm doing and change something. I get like this extreme fear, panic, threat, intimidation. So I love you, Shia. I'm going to talk to you tomorrow, Shia. I didn't say all the notes, however, I am having trouble following and looking at all the notes. It's possible it's the eye possession, it's possible it's the brain injury. But I'm going to talk to you tomorrow, Shia. Just know that I'm thinking about you. I played your voice last night, all night. I woke up at around 5 a.m. It was still playing. So I know it's going to be very healing. I need your voice playing every night now because I can. Apparently I can. And it's also helping me with healing, my body healing. So I play the Dolphin Alchemy on loop and on one phone, and then your voice on the other on loop, Shia. So I'm going to talk to you tomorrow, Shia. I love you, Shia. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you so much, Shia, for watching.